Adding to the list of games on my channel that are a stain on the reputation of a good franchise is today's topic, Bomberman Act Zero. Look, I'm not going to act like I give zero fucks about the Bomberman franchise, but I wouldn't be too concerned if a game series I liked tried to go in a unique direction, which is one of the main criticisms this game gets. While I will agree that it's an odd choice of direction to take this game in, I'd be more pissed off that they somehow screwed up a perfectly functioning formula. If you want to find out how they did just that, man, just keep watching, it'll be an explosive video. Now, first things first, this essentially plays like any other Bomberman game, albeit just terribly, so I might as well break down the basics of the Bomberman gameplay. The field of play is structured like a chessboard, but instead, the black squares are unbreakable blocks, and in between those are breakable blocks that your bombs can destroy, creating unique pathways to your goals. You have a limited supply of bombs, and they will explode only after a set amount of time. Unlike chess pieces, your enemies can move however which way they'd like, and can use bombs and power-ups against you. Bomb up, fire up, and speed up are the most basic and common power-ups, with bomb up increasing the amount of bombs you have, fire up allowing the blast range of the bombs to increase, and speed up making your character incrementally faster. Penetrating bomb is a bomb that destroys a whole line of breakable bricks in both directions, and a remote bomb allows you to detonate bombs at will, instead of being at the mercy of the timer. Infinite bombs makes the bomb up power-up as completely pointless as the tonal shift of this game, and stays true to its name, granting an unlimited amount of bombs and appears very early on. Line bomb allows you to place all the bombs you have in a line the direction you're facing and works well with infinite bombs. Walk through bricks and walk through bombs allows you to walk through explodable bricks and bombs respectively. After a certain amount of time, the unbreakable bricks will start surrounding the outside of the arena, forcing you to go into the middle, and to win a round, you simply need to kill all enemies. The two biggest changes this game brings to the series is the gritty dystopian futuristic setting and the addition of the first-person battle mode. The redesign is a far cry from the cutesy colourful graphics of old, seemingly like the developers at Hudson Soft were going through a heavy metal phase when making this, because every design aspect is as shiny, cold and edgy as the material itself. Although I can't really pin this idea on Hudson Soft as unique, because most forms of media in the early to mid 2000s were going for a darker edge. In an attempt to justify this tonal shift is a text scroll that tells the story and appears when you are idle at the title screen. Basically, with the world at war, an underground facility is made to produce artificial humans with only one purpose in mind: fight their way out in order to be suitable enough to be used in the war. Although the leader of the facility is dead, the program still is running and making an infinite amount of soldiers, so you shouldn't feel so down when you accidentally die. They'll just keep getting made. However, you should then feel bad for yourself for accidentally dying, as you'll be sent back to the start of the game. Yes, that's right, saving doesn't exist in the future, as you'll need to complete all of the game's 99 levels in one setting. If you're having game problems, I feel bad for you, man. This has 99 levels and you can't save once. As tacked on and useless as the story is the character customization, which only allows you to pick what colour and gender you'll be. There are boob jiggle physics for the female models, and trust me, I'm doing you a favour by not showing it on screen. This is added for an attempt at maturity this game so desperately tries to achieve, and doesn't even make sense, because wouldn't the breasts be bolted down pretty well due to the armour? First-person battle mode is one of two ways of playing the single-player mode, with the other being standard mode. Standard mode is the usual way the Bomberman series is played, with a bird's-eye view of the arena and a one-hit death system. Possibly from headbanging too much and with their sense of perception warped, Hudson Soft made the first-person mode have a controllable camera fairly close to the Bomberman, which, at the end of the day, is in a third-person perspective. I guess I shouldn't complain, because even being this close to being played through the Bomberman's eyes, it's atrocious to play and is objectively worse than the standard mode. This mode severely limits your vision of the whole arena, making being hit by an enemy bomb blast easier and the application of strategies harder to pull off. To offset the clunky camera that doesn't even keep up with your movements and needs constant adjustment, in FBB mode you get a health bar that allows multiple hits from bombs. Clicking the left joystick blocks, meaning damage from bombs is decreased. but staying in the bomb blast for too long and your power-ups will scatter around the arena. The Hart Powerup is the only power-up that differs between the two modes. In standard mode you can survive being hit by a bomb blast, while in first person mode you get an increment of health back. Secret panels are items that appear after accomplishing a clandestine objective, and yes, I used a thesaurus to find another word for secret right there. Usually a heart will drop, but in first person mode you can get a drop that will increase your life points to 999. The enemy AI is serviceable, getting increasingly more difficult the higher the level, and their numbers increase the higher the stage. Every few rounds a black enemy will appear, darkening the screen slightly and being a bit more aggressive than the average foe, who are more afraid of being near your bombs. Graphically speaking, this is pretty visually basic, and the announcer sounds just as bored as you would be after playing this game. Sustaining the edgy tone is a lack of local co-op the series is known for, because we all know the hardcore audience has no friends and need to take out their parental frustrations out on the online community. Yes, there is only online multiplayer, and no, there isn't anyone online playing this in this day and age, not that I checked anyway. Par for the course for any bad game, the ending is not worth your time, as it shows your character ascend an elevator into the post-apocalyptic world outside, overlaying credits to hide the Bomberman being mauled by rad scorpions. I think this ending is symbolic to how the player themselves ascends to heaven from being bored to death after playing to 99 levels at once. Yes, that means I couldn't be asked to finish this game, so I'm still alive, and that means you're still stuck with me. I could say this game was a complete bomb and deserved a 0 out of 10 score, but that would be too harsh of a statement. While it is a bombshell of its former self, this game doesn't rank up to be that bad in comparison to the rest of the bad games previously featured. It's surprising that this concept was approved through all stages of development without question, and I hope by now Hudson Soft realizes the saying, if it ain't broke don't fix it, has some merit to it. It's kind of like someone decided to add mayonnaise to hot dogs to reinvent them. Everyone knew it would be an atrocious idea, and in the end they were all correct. With horribly dated graphics that would have aged more gracefully had they stuck to the old style, loading screens that sometimes take longer than the matches themselves, and questionable bomb hit detection, it's not hard to see why so many fans drag this to hell and back. For me, as I said, it's more of a mediocre bad than anything else. If you drop a like down below, please pick it back up.